Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today, like a French inspo. However, I'm not going to make a long story. So yeah, I was expecting that move here, so we had a little break. We retested it, very nice. Every time when these guys let the price go up, some people are interpreting that like, oh, that's bullish, but it's not. It's redistribution. If you want to distribute more and you see you have a lack of demand, so of course the price dumps, then you let the price retrace. Otherwise, you would sell in lower levels, something that usually, if that's not the strategy behind, you will avoid. So I would be careful if you think that's bullish what the price is doing. And yeah, however, we will see. In my opinion, we are going to go back to 16.3, and in my opinion, this time we will not fail like last time. That's my opinion at the moment, but I didn't check the data as well. So let us check what the data is indicating us and if we can figure out what's going to happen next. First of all, weights ratio 30 days moving average did the pump of the pumps. Didn't see that. Really not. That's really huge what it did. I mean, the last time was here and we know how it ended. Or just here and we know how it ended. So at the moment it looks, I never have seen that. I mean, it did a jump from 45 to 50. That's on weights ratio 30 days moving average. Extremely. That's an extreme. That's really big. And I mean, if we take a look, I mean, 2 days ago, 73% on weights ratio 1 day. Right now, back to 63. Still too high. Just really too high. Every time when it went up that big, the price dumps. Days later, hours later, it depends. I mean, last time we went from 21,400 to 16. So yeah, it could happen again. We will see how the price reacts, and but that's extremely bearish in my opinion. Never have seen such a pump in weights ratio 30 days moving average. And I mean, that matches very well to what the weights ratio 1 day time frame is doing. Up, up, up only at the moment. So it's declining right now, but it did a very nice progress to the upside. Let us go and take a look to the weights ratio 30 hours moving average, because they tried to push the price up and it failed. And afterwards, they went up to 95, 96. And of course, the price started to react. For me, we are still really on track because everything is looking like redistribution. That's why I think only if we go back to 15.6, we will retest and break, volatility will be activated. Because even the last remaining bull will try to defend that one. Otherwise, we will go down to another price level, 14, 13, I don't know. I really don't know. Don't ask me because I really don't have any clue. I still think 13 should be on the table for a potential reversal, but 14 as well. So we will see. I know that some people say 10. Well, maybe 10. I don't know. I really don't know. I just try to figure out short term if I can make some pennies with my trades, and I'm a lucky boy because I'm doing some pennies with my trades. However, at the moment, nothing has changed. Also here, for example, stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges declined. Once again, a deviation like we had to the downside several times. Nothing big happening here. Even the weights ratio 30 days moving average, as you can see, it bounced here, it's lifting up, hitting 85, and the question is if we can go even more up, hitting 90. Because if that's going to happen, the last guy has to turn off the lights, because then we will go down sharply like we had in the past. That's actually it from here. Let us go forward. Let's talk about flow activity. I'm going to disable stablecoins first. What we see is, as mentioned yesterday, even in holidays, we were receiving, well, I wouldn't say huge amounts, but big amounts of Bitcoins, something that's really uncommon on holidays. I mean, that was 23rd, where we received 3,200 Bitcoins. And once again, what happened? Pure distribution. It wasn't really aggressive. They are not even trying to generate some fear. In my opinion, they are far away to generate fear to retailers, so that retailers start to dump the price, to dump and unload in fear their bags. In my opinion, they are still trying to maintain a bullish sentiment and the price, so they can keep unloading their bags at a higher price. But if they are going to do it, and that's, it seems, what they are doing below 17K, if that's their big interest and they want to accumulate, do you think they are going to accumulate at 16 instead? No, I don't think. I not even think it will be 15.6. So something is in the air, and I have to say I'm still, I don't know why they are doing it. I really can't tell you why. I don't know if they know something. I mean, usually big whales are better networked than we are. They have some informations we are missing. And that's the key factor when you are trading in a market. If you know information in advance, then you can trade making gains always. Something we can't. We can use blockchain to try to figure out what these guys are doing, because they are trying to hide their operations. But yeah, thanks to the blockchain and to the transparency related to the data on the blockchain, we can try to figure out a lot. Like, I mean, and that matches to the weights ratio. They are still sending, I mean, today it was less, but I mean, yesterday it was relatively big. I'm talking about relatively big because even 10,000 Bitcoins would be relatively low related to what we have seen in March and April, May, and so on and so forth. However, it maintains high. So even today, not the biggest one with 1,000 Bitcoins, but I have mentioned that I was noticing that they are planning. They are accumulating Bitcoins on centralized exchanges. So doing the opposite of every pump and dump group. Pump and dumps, they load their bags with the dip and push up the price and make a call like, hey, pump and dump, so push up, jump in, buy, because you can sell the top. And that's the big trap. And in my opinion, they are doing exactly the same, just the opposite way. They are not buying, hiding the buys. They are trying to hide their sells. And that's something that makes me a little bit, that let me struggle, to be honest. Because I didn't see that in crypto since 2 years. And I don't know why they are doing it. However, even if we check, for example, here, we can see that they send 270 million stablecoins to centralized exchanges. It seems to absorb once again. But of course, we had 172 million before a cash out. Afterwards, we received 150 millions. Then we had 140 millions in, 140 millions out, and then 270 millions in, while only 28, oh no, wait, that's 280 millions. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, we had even more outflows here than inflows. I can't see the, oh yeah. Okay, then it correlates, indicating they are just reacting. They are just reacting. They are not sending more stablecoins to absorb. They are just reacting to the sales. So they are allowed to let the price go down because no big money is coming in to absorb them. At the moment, cashing out, we have here zero stablecoin inflows. Zero. That's crazy, but 170 millions in outflows. So, yeah, doesn't look great at all. Not at the moment. That's it from here. Let us go forward. So, if we check the futures, to be honest, we are still where we were yesterday. It declined a bit, but the trend is clear. The funding rate is lifting up. They are demanding more longs. More longs, more longs, more longs. It's absolutely interesting what they are doing, because at the same time we know that a lot of passive orders were waiting to short. A lot. Much more than longs. However, if we check, open interest, not doing anything really, just lifting up a little bit. Just leverage ratio is going up sharply at the moment. But if we take a look then to the flow activity here, we have 67 millions in stablecoins to derivative exchanges. 67. We are getting more to spot than to futures. That's unbelievable. That's really unbelievable. That's, I don't know, but that's so low. I mean, usually the average should be 200, 300 millions. Absolutely insane. Even here, bitcoins to derivative exchanges, the biggest, almost 2,700 bitcoins. I mean, at least more than, just 1,000 or whatever we had in the past, but 2,700. I mean, we had even the 22nd a little bit more. Absolutely flat, just cashing out. They are cashing out big. Well, also here, relatively big, but bigger than the inflows. So also nothing to see here, absolutely nothing. We zoom out and we can check open interest here is declining, leverage ratio here is declining, and as mentioned, open interest funding rate was declining and then it pushed up, and that's what it's showing us. At the same time, if we check, for example, for liquidations, nothing happening. They have liquidated 110 bitcoins yesterday, 110 bitcoins in shorts, nothing in longs, absolutely nothing. So if they are not liquidating, if they are not making any money with spot, I don't know. I mean, who is funding this bear market to centralized exchanges? I don't know. I really don't know. If we go forward, we can check now Binance. And on Binance, it looks a little bit different. While many, the aggregated one, indicating they are demanding more longs, on Binance, it looks they are demanding more shorts because the funding rate is doing the opposite of the aggregated one. It's declining. While open interest lifting up, while leverage ratio lifting up. So more money coming in related to Binance derivative exchange while they are demanding more shorts. And since here, we are talking since the 24th. And these guys were absolutely right. So yes, they started to demand more longs here. Look what the price did. And then afterwards, shorts. And look what the price did. These guys are really, really good. Really good. On Binance only. If we go and check blockchain whispers, let me check and refresh, we can see we have even more longs and I would say almost the same in shorts. So we still have 66 to 34. That's a very, very trash long short ratio, taking into account what the market was doing. I don't know why they are doing it, but I'm not longing. I closed my hedge long just today at 16.8 or something, and I'm absolutely fine making gain with my short because it was obvious that the price is going to go down. I don't get why people are longing that much. Maybe to hedge and to spot sell? I don't know. However, 59 to 41 once again on Ethereum looks more healthy. On Bitfinex nothing have changed, 60 millions in shorts, that's something we know. Let us check what the liquidation map is indicating us. Wow. All leverage. Wow. So it's almost indicating we should go up to 16.8 close afterwards to liquidate almost those 24, well, let us say 35 million in shorts positions. While if we want to go more down, we need to go to 15k, 14,990 if we want to liquidate almost the same. It wouldn't make sense. Usually we should go up. But, you know, I wouldn't say that the whole market is just driven by this liquidation map, to be honest. I use it because it's one part of the puzzle, but I don't trade based on the Kingfisher, to be honest. I'm also only using the all leverage in BTC USDT Binance. So, you know, I know and we know since few seconds that on Binance, not the aggregated one, on Binance they are demanding more shorts. So it makes sense what we are seeing here. Let us go forward and check the remaining data. So we have once again Binance spot CBD, aggregated spot CBD. That's the aggregated, the aggregated Bitcoin collateral future CBD, and we have the aggregated stablecoin collateral future CBD. Also very interesting what both are doing. They nuked already. Well, nuked maybe not, but that looks extremely. So if we zoom out, we can a little bit see what is happening. No doubts and very clear distribution by market traders, distribution or shorting by Bitcoin collateral future traders, and even related to stablecoin futures. And that's crazy. So they are shorting, they are selling. Let us take a look. That's Bitfinex. What is Bitfinex doing? Let us zoom out. So yeah, doing exactly the same. They are distributing. Let us check what Kraken is doing. Of course not the same. Of course not. Why it should? They are buying instead. Bybit distributing. Coinbase distributing. Okay, that's something that's a little bit shocking me, to be honest, that Coinbase is distributing, and that's for them big. Bitstamp, well, Bitstamp is distributing a little bit. but nothing big. Really, absolutely nothing big. Gimini also distributing, that's the trend, but nothing big at all. And that's it. So let us check what entities are doing. Retailers pushing up more. Retailers pushing up more. Little sharks or little whales pushing up more, well, I would say neutral. These guys here pushed up a little bit, but I would say also neutral. Market maker reducing more balances, doing a new low, a multi-year low. So right now, 4,580,000. That's what they did even a few days ago. So, you know, even if they're reducing less, but they are still reducing. And for me, it's not clear why they are doing it. If that's because if they unload more, they will dump the price. And that's something they don't want. Because, I mean, I don't know how long they will do it. Maybe that's going to be a multi-year bear market. Nobody knows. And these guys want just to reduce a lot before they start to accumulate big like in 2018. Nobody knows. I really don't know. But fact is, and I mean, if we check, that's what they love to do, right? So, for example, here, I mean, the price dumped. And if we check what they did, they reduced their balances before, then the price dumped. So the same here. The price started, they started here also to unload. If we check, they did it here as well. They are doing it here as well. What did the price instead? Well, Bitcoin went down here, Bitcoin went down here, Bitcoin went down here, and Bitcoin is going down here. So, you know, but it's not more the big gap anymore. Absolutely not. But it's also indicating that they are still the main drivers. However, I really don't know what these guys are doing. Why not accumulate instead? Why reduce the balances slowly? I don't know if that's everything just to bring pain to miners. I really don't know. I can't tell you that. So let us refresh the fund flows and take a look what the market maker is doing here. And well, 1,000 bitcoins here close after we started to decline in price. So also absolutely nothing. But you remember, I have mentioned they have started to send more bitcoins to centralized exchanges, and we know that they love to use OTC, future trading, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I was expecting to go down in price. We will see how far. Even I think we will go and retest the 15.6, but you know, I don't have the crystal ball. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here, and even miners, nothing doing. We received some inflows, but also outflows, also nothing to see here. We received more inflows than outflows. So the net flow indicating they were accumulating bitcoins once again on centralized exchanges, but nothing. And even on CME, if we check, for example, longs and shorts, hedge funds were reducing both. Even they still have more shorts than longs, because 480 millions in shorts, while only 330 millions in longs. But nothing where I would say, wow, that's a drama. It isn't, absolutely not. We are done here. Let us go forward. So, Coinbase, what's happening here? Well, Coinbase is, I would say, we have some walls here at 16.5, but that's really a tiny one. The next bigger one would be at 16k, and that would be also my expectation. That, yeah, slowly to go down, but we will go to 16k. They have started to reduce even liquidity at 15.1, for example. So instead they brought something at 15.8, nothing big. But also interesting is that they are shifting liquidity to the downside. So everything below 14.8, it's well protected, not only on Coinbase. Deribit. On Deribit, also interesting, they removed their long orders at 16.5, waiting at the moment at 16.4, and removed almost all big walls they had, and they are waiting at 13.7 or to short at 18. Bitstamp, on Bitstamp, well, you can see what's happening there. Also removed liquidity at 16k. The next one would be at 15.4 or directly 15k, and they are reinforcing 14.5, while we still have sell orders at 18.1 and 17.5, but introducing a new lower areas like 12.30, 12.3, 11.4 walls. Something, it's surprising me a little bit, because I don't know if they are expecting or just, people trying it. So yeah, on Binance, like mentioned yesterday, we still have this bunch of orders waiting. So instead they removed the order here, so that's why I also said it looks like we will go down, directly to 16k. Also here bringing some liquidity at 15.1, but everything below 14.5 well protected. Also in such case, yeah, first of all, it will take some time, but they are protecting that areas. For example, below 14.5 here, it's a big bunch of volume waiting between 14.5 and 14k. Otherwise, reducing liquidity 11th and just introduced a new big wall at 9k, but nothing big. It doesn't look like we can go hard that much, just because I would expect much more Bitcoins on centralized exchanges. So 100, 200, 300,000 Bitcoins would be required just to push up the price, to push down the price much more. So I don't think so. I think we should go 15.6, retest, break, and then 15k, making a new low, maybe then go up, and the whole game starts from zero. 15k up to 17k, distribute, go even more low. We will see. Bitfinex Spot, only waiting here below 15.5, the biggest wall 15.2. Otherwise, more sell orders than buy orders. OKEX, nothing. Kraken Spot. Kraken right now it's 16k, but also nothing. I mean, we had, if we check what they did just before, we had much more liquidity to the downside to protect. We are missing it. We are really missing it. Instead, sell orders at 18k. Bybit, nothing. Bitmax, waiting They removed at 13K, 13.4 waiting, and more sell orders to the upside. Binance futures. Let us check Binance futures. Like yesterday, well, 21,000 bitcoins waiting to short until 17.6, while only 17,300 to long from 15.7 to 16.6. So once again, much more shorts than longs waiting. But of course, you can see they are removing a lot of shorts and instead pushing more to the downside. Also here the longs, but still more shorts than longs waiting to get triggered. Bitfinex derivatives, like yesterday mentioned, at 15.6 they remove the liquidity. Instead they want to short at 17.4. Also interesting. Maybe we are going really to go up before we go much more down. Would be crazy, but yeah, everything is possible. Kraken futures. Kraken futures, they are waiting to short at 17.4. Big. So I don't know, maybe we are not done. Maybe we will go up first, because why too limited all these parts? OKEX futures, also doing it. Also waiting at 17.1. I don't know why. To be honest, I really don't know why. And last but not least, OKEX swap. Nothing have changed here. They are selling at the moment, but we know that. Okay, that's it.